on you had a parent passed away, and I had a parent pass away. We might call each other on Mother's Day now.
Yeah.
So now we have a connection. You know what I mean? So now it's better for us to network. So we might not network in our business, but we might network at church. You know what I mean? We might network on a networking event, right? We might collaborate on a Boss Babe something. But my point is that so many people are out here networking, but nobody's really connecting, and that's where like I like to come in and play and connect a lot of people together.
Yeah, I was just saying this. So yesterday, me and Liv went to a networking event, and I have the app called Popple. Shout out to Popple. I'm gonna need a sponsorship. I'm gonna let y'all know that. But I found out I had like over 275 connections, and then I was like, how much am I utilizing all those people that I done shook hands with? Like, it's like I got their information, but how many times did we hang out? Like, how many times did I bring them into something I was doing? How many times did I tell them I was doing something? Like, it's things like that.
So you gotta get in a more intentional mindset. So, because to me, I'm like, if I know I ain't gonna call your ass, I ain't taking your card. Like, cause you can give your card to somebody else that is gonna use it. But if we can really get to work and we can really do our thing, you know what I mean? I'm not just gonna take your card. I'm gonna figure out right then and there exactly like where you're from. Or even if I put somebody in my phone, I'm gonna write like, hey, okay, Ellie, radio, da-da-da. So not that I don't remember who you are, but if I'm looking for somebody and I'm like, ooh, I need somebody for PR, I need somebody to host something, I need, I got some people coming in that would be great on a podcast. I kind of know and make notes in my phone of like where you are, what you can do, you know. I think a lot of people, we live in a clout culture, and we live in a culture of like, what can you do for me, right? But at the end of the day,
it's not bad. It's not bad.
I don't think it's bad either, because it's like, yo, God ran the play. Like, God ran the play, and he made sure that we connect. So even Liz, she connected us, right? She might not work in the music industry, but me and you, this used to be my industry, girl.
Okay.
Hold on.
What's up?
You know, we might do it. We might do our thing with a event, a red carpet, a podcast. Like we don't know, a segment. Like you know what I'm saying? We don't know. But the connection had to happen, you know, not just the network. Because we already even talked, we ain't even shot the podcast. Remember in the back? Like, girl, let's walk a 5K together.
Yes,
Should we run a 5K together? What's
real.
our team name, right?
Yes.
And now we have a connection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're not just here networking. Hey, sis, I'm going to go to your podcast, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, hold on. Girl, I'm in my workout bag. Liz is in her workout bag. Girl, what you doing? Like, let's have this 5K. You brought it to the table. And I was like, I didn't even think twice. I said, when is it? Where are we running?
Yeah, it's Peachtree Road Race. It's every 4th of July. Like, I've been doing it since I was 8 years old.
Right. So let's run the play.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right.
This is what I'm saying, where I'm like, sometimes you do have to.
Cheers.
Oh, thank you. Mine's almost gone. I need to refill it. Let's do that. But I was like, sometimes we do have to be more intentional than we think we're being, because you can think, okay, I'm intentionally going to a networking event, but why? Like, who are you trying to meet? What do you need to be here for?
I write down all expectation before I go.
Okay.
Period.
Let's
like,
get
I don't. Yeah, like you gotta write down every expectation before you go rock with where you're going, right?
Okay.
So, matter of fact, I put it on Instagram today. Like, I'm a faith entrepreneur. Like, I love God so much, and I was talking about like before you go anywhere. Like, I'm always consulting with God. Like, okay, hold on.
Am I supposed to be here?
This ain't even about your podcast. It's like, hold on, what needs to transfer through this that's gonna reach the people that need it, right? You know what I mean? And when you start to have a belief like that, you're real intentional with where you're going, what you're doing, this and that. Because I'm like, okay, hold on, your podcast, how does it align with what I do? I don't really know anything about it. Entrepreneurship. Okay, cool. Am I talking business? Am I talking life? As long as I got a platform to go share the word, right? You know what I mean? Of whatever, right? So I just put that on Instagram today, that like, about like, if you like let God go before you. So that's exactly how I am in any type of thing, situation, before I go speak, before I go network, like whatever it is, like what am I going to do inside of there? You know, and when you start to walk in with that expectation, it's going to land in you. It's going to drop in you. You're going to meet the person you need to meet. You're going to see the product that you need to see. You're going to see the sign. Listen, you might not get the word in here, right? But you might get the play in the bathroom. Right. You might get it walking out to the car, right? So, but you got to be in a point of listening to what God got for you, or listening to what the event got for you, or listening to what the speaker got for you, right? But if you in there like, hold on, look at what this man got on, or what this you're gonna miss it. You can't miss it. You can't miss it.
I keep saying this, like, this is not a replay type thing. Like, life is a one-time thing.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna go do something, do it fully. Like,
yeah, and you gotta do it with intention.
Heart. Yep.
Yeah, and a lot of times, like, I think you have to, like, when it comes to, like, giving, right? I just believe in doing things with great intent, right? So a lot of people that I come across, a lot of people, I always share with people that you should always just give. So a lot of times it's like the person's coffee behind me. A lot of times it's just me, might be like, hey girl, let me do this for you. The other day my homegirl came over and she came over to work with me, but I was on a conference call. I looked up, she was doing my dishes. Like, you know what I mean? Just serving and giving, right? But she wasn't giving to wash my dishes for something from me. So you got to give with good intent.
Yeah.
And so the intention that you have behind the things that you're giving, the intention that you have behind the things of that's what's important.
That's for real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what the intention of the show.
Yeah.
It's not the guests that you have on. It's not the topics you talk about. What's the intent? Hey girl, I want to help more people. Before we start, you said I want to help more people with this platform.
Yes.
Right?
That's the point.
With that good intent behind it, it's going to flow.
And that's kind of the thing, the fact, I feel like the reason why I'm here now on this platform anyway is because I needed a louder voice. Because what I was trying to do was supposed to reach more people. So I feel like anytime you stay within your intent, it's only going to get louder because it's supposed to. Because you're just pushing more and more positive energy out there.
One, you're pushing more positive energy out there and you're putting out the frequency that you want to attract.
100%.
Exactly.
Okay, so a lot of people who watch the show are like creative dreamers.
Love it.
So you say like give, but a lot of times that's what they already do, but then they don't make any money because they're just giving all the time. So
you got to be in a place of receiving.
Okay, so how do you bridge that gap between being a creative and wanting to give your art to people and then also creating a business with that?
Oh, wow, that's perfect. Okay, so I believe that, like, as a creative, right, and everybody's so creative right now, at the end of the day, just find a way to monetize that, right? So a lot of people will come to me for business. Hey, I want to open up this jewelry line, right? But I don't have any money. My money is strapped up in bills. Cool, but you're a mom? Let me show you how being a mom, how you can monetize that with a digital product, an ebook, something like that. And now your mom money can invest into the jewelry money. So you as a creative, whether you're selling art, you're selling music, you're serving, you're writing treatments, you're serving at events, whatever that is, right? Continue to serve abundantly, continue to serve as much as you can. But on the back end, know your worth, right? And when you start to know your worth, the universe, God, the Most High, whatever you believe in, it starts to shift that for you, and it will put you in the opportunities to get it done. So if I'm in here, right, and the opportunity might be, you know what, I want to shoot for you full time, right? And it's like, I'm going to do it for you a couple times. I'll probably create you a little presentation and be like, hey, I've been coming up here for a couple weeks. This is what I did for you. I was wondering if I could do this for you for $1,000 a month, right? Even if you say no, you done planted the seeds. So then when you do need someone to shoot, you already got your money. So a lot of times as a creative, especially, your money doesn't come on the front end, but you can build money around it. If you shoot, matter of fact, make a digital product. 10 things to know before you buy a camera. People will buy that for $9.99, $12.99, $15.99. So now you at least got a couple monies coming in as you sleep when you wake up. So you could go out and got your gas money to get to the event to shoot your shot.
Free thing.
Yeah, right?
I feel you.
So
okay.
it's like yes. You know what I mean? Like there ain't no excuses. And if you want it bad enough and you know your purpose, your passion, and your gift, you're gonna go get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I ain't never had excuses.
Wow.
You know?
Because I think sometimes they'll be thinking, I have to make money for my camera and not let me think of another way.
Nah, hell no.
You know
you need to make money from your camera, but guess what? I helped a client of mine. She was like, girl, I got to move across the country, right?
Okay.
Her business was tripping. I said, girl, make a book about packing. You know what I'm saying? About packing.
Like how to
the
fold
resources.
It, yeah, the things.
No. Here's where you get the pods. Here's where you get a moving company. Here's the reviews of a moving company. Blah, 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 blah. That's a resource that people are looking for. So now they can just buy your book or your ebook or your digital download PDF that has all these resources so they don't have to go to Google.
What?
And now you're making extra $10, $20, $30, whatever you're charging for this, right? So now you can be in your purpose of investing back into your business, because a lot of the monies, especially now with the way that the world is, you need your money from your job for your bills, you know? And I believe in paying yourself first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so if you can pay yourself first, go ahead and go print some money that you can pay yourself first with.
Okay. So we're talking, I mean, that kind of folds into side hustlers. A lot of people do full-time work. And their goal is
I ain't
to
never had a
transition out
job.
of it.
Always been the hustler.
I love that. So some of us always, I'm a corporate girl, so I grew up just
girl, I want a corporate job.
Really?
Girl, I would tell you one time. I just was like, I want to try corporate because I've never had to be anywhere, anytime, benefit. Like I ain't never experienced a corporate type of vibe. I was just like,
you don't need it. You are blessed with a special type of lifestyle that we all wish to live.
Yeah,
so the question is, how do we be like you? Like how do we not
I
need
just like
to
the
depend on this
discipline of
corporate
people in
life?
corporate jobs.
I guess, but we're all looking for a certain type of freedom. So I know for me, I do work for myself.
Okay.
But I do put myself on a schedule.
Yeah,
so it's
definitely.
not like I don't have anything to do. It's not like
Right.
I'm just hanging out until my show. But it's like stuff has to happen in between that.
Yeah, of course.
But I chose to do this. I lived off of savings for a really, really long time, which I don't think is something that everybody wants to do. So for the side hustlers that are like, look, I'm going to keep my job, but I also want to get out of here in like a year. What would help them transition?
Belief.
Believe.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So a lot of people, like they'll be like, ooh, like I'm not the coach or consultant that's going to tell you to quit your job. You know what I mean? I believe that we got to replace that income, right?
Yeah.
But you got to have a belief and a time.
Okay.
So if it's like, hey, in 90 days, right now I'm working with a girl. She's a nurse. She makes good money, hella money, right? She's like, yo, coach, I want to get off my job.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Sure, she's tired.
6 months we getting off your job, right? She just called me the other day and she was like, coach, I just got, I can go shadow a position to work 2 days a week, right?
Wow.
I'm taking like a $40,000 pay cut, right? Oh, well, let's replace it in the business.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So now you still get to fulfill nursing and helping and your fulfillment of serving, right? But at the end of the day, we're going to replace this much with your business, right? So I believe that for the people that want to get off their jobs, they got to first start with a play and a plan and a time. And then you have to get your belief level to that. A lot of people, they don't like my mom, right? She's always like, girl, you live off the edge. Like, you know what I mean? You have a high-ass month. Then you be calling me like, Mom, can you help me with this? Like, it's like, but so I used to drive her crazy living like that. Like, really like, yo. And I'm like, no, Mom, it's because... So she's a traveling nurse, right? So every 6 months or so she moves. There's like 4 weeks where they're looking for her new spot, right? She's so a nervous wreck during that time. I'm like, girl, every time, girl, you're gonna get a bomb-ass job at the next place. But she doesn't understand how I live like, damn, okay, cool. Might have a $30,000 month, might have a $5,000 month, might have a 0 month, might have a negative month, right? But the thing is I had to up my belief in that, in my faith. And once I started believing in who I was, and once you start believing in your side hustle, don't even call it a side hustle, like call it your play or your business. Once you start to believe in that, if you're a true artist, like God is going to create that avenue for you to run that play. But see, here, I'll give you kind of an example. You guys, I used to travel this country, right? Teaching people about money broke as hell, right? Teaching people about credit. 500 credit score, teaching people about investments, not one investment account, teaching people about business hanging on by a thread, paperwork fucked up, all of those things, right? I used to teach that. So I had to ask God, like, yo, I don't feel good teaching that, right? But I'm good. People in line ready to take pictures with me, people like all types of stuff. Like, I'm talking about people, I'd be on stage, okay, teaching this stuff. But I had to like be real with this shit. And I'm like, yo, God, I know I'm still supposed to teach money. If anybody comes to me, they're coming to get more money. Like, yo, coach, how'd I get more money, right? And so it's like, I knew that I still was supposed to teach money, but I was supposed to teach money from a place of manifestation. I started teaching women how to manifest money. I started teaching people how to tap in, tune in, and turn on, right? When I started doing that, boom, first month, $30,000.
Wow.
Next month, like $10,000 off doing the right thing. So a lot of times you might just need to pivot in the purpose. You know, purpose still money, right? Passion still money, right? Gifts still teaching people about money, right? But I had to teach people how to get it first, manifest it, believe in it, right? Change their mindset about it so they can attract it. right?
So let's talk
Instead
about
of
that.
teaching that shit, like I was up on stage. God was giving me the platform, but I was up there like, y'all do this with your credit. I don't even got a credit card. Listen, it's to a point. There's a lot of times when, that's why I'm so happy to pay bills now. When I can pay bills, I'm like, yes, I can pay bills.
Yeah.
Because there was a point when I couldn't get bills in my name.
Yeah.
Right? But a lot of people, that's why I be trying to say, like, yo, just be real with yourself for real, so you can attract that authentic tribe. And you can attract those type of people, because now I teach people about money, because now we got investments. Now we got accounts. Now we got credit scores popping. But I'm telling you, I had to pivot in the purpose. Money's still the play. It's just a different avenue.
So, okay, pivot and purpose. What does that look like? Because I know a lot of people are possibly doing that, because I know I used to always say I had the #1 show, even if it's not even true. Like, so it's
true
kind
for
of
you, right?
It is. It's 100%.
Yeah, and that's your reality.
So for me, but it took me a long time to be like, I remember writing on a sticky note, you have to be your biggest fan. Yeah. And the moment I was like, I'm my biggest fan, was the moment everything started taking off.
Yeah, but listen, so many people, you don't get what you believe, you get what you believe is absolutely true for you. You know, so a lot of times it could be your biggest fan, I'm my biggest fan, I'm my biggest fan, I'm my biggest fan, right? We got it wrote down, circle, 2 stars, underline, I'm my biggest fan. But if that belief isn't there, you'll know when you're your biggest fan, because the belief, it looks different. The belief feels different. You know what I mean?
You can read it without cringing.
This show will be everywhere, #1 on the charts. That's when your belief is really activated. Okay. You believe it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But imagine when it is. But you got to believe as if it's already done. So I'm very big on, like, it's already done. I'm always talking in past tense. It's already done. I've already did it. It's already done, because what you see, what you believe is what you're going to have. That's why I say what you believe is true. You know?
I love that.
And if you continue to move, God happens in movement and money happens in movement, right? It's a vibration.
Okay.
You know, so you got to up your vibration about the show. And then you're going to attract all the sponsorship you need. So all the places you need.
Vibration how? That's always the question.
You got to raise your vibration. So a lot of people to believe, like, you know, oh, they get money because they work hard. I don't really work that hard. I don't work hard.
I just believe hard.
I set my vibration hard. So if you think about things that are high vibrating, right? Tell me some good things that feel good.
I like
being admired, being let's see here, being admired, being accomplished, getting sales, getting cool guests on your show. Like, those things feel good, right? So when you feel good, you vibrate higher, right? When you're lazy and don't feel like it and having a rough day and you accept it, like, damn, my team doing this today, da-da-da-da-da, right? Like you were saying, that's low vibration, right? So money operates on a high vibrational tool. It's a tool that operates in high vibrational things.
Okay.
So if you want to vibe high, that's where your money's at. Your money's not down here with people who are lazy, with people who complain, with people who eat bad, right? That doesn't create a vibration. If I sit here and bang on this table, look at your cup. It's moving. Right?
Yeah.
Because the vibration is high. There's movement, right?
Got you.
You got movement. If I kept doing that, this would fall off the table because the vibration is high. That's how money works. It's attracted to things that vibrate high.
Okay.
Right?
So vibrate higher.
So vibrate higher.
I feel
so
you.
Eat good foods. Take care of yourself. Get sleep. Put yourself to bed. Stop passing out with your laptop, your chips, and everything next to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And feel good. Feeling good is a strategy. I always feel good. Even in the bullshit, I feel good.
I feel good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most people tell me, like, I was just going through a crazy-ass season in March. People were like, yo, your resilience is crazy. I don't even know how you're here. I was having events. I was doing all of this shit, right? But I was feeling good. Because I knew that I was feeling good and attracting more shit that feels good. When you feel bad, when you hit a red light and you wonder why you keep hitting red lights, it's because you believe that this shit was for you. No. I'm going to hit green lights the rest of the day. And you're going to hit green lights the rest of the day.
And you just say, okay, green.
You got the magic, but a lot of people don't know how to play
Don't use it. It's really just saying, look, I'm not going to let that bother me.
Right.
I'm really just going
to.
Right.
Right.
Not let that bother
you got to create defense mechanisms inside of yourself. So if I came here and your energy was off, right, I'd be like, fuck it, let me sit down and do this podcast, right, and get the job done, right, because it's got to get done,
but
right?
It was not going to be the
same. But it's like, then I wouldn't expect great shit from the podcast because it didn't feel good.
Okay.
Now we're in here, we vibing, we
Right.
feeling good, we making plans after, we doing all this shit. Like we doing we doing a race together, we doing all of this stuff. It feels good. Guess what? Good shit gonna come off of this.
Always.
I can't wait till y'all my students and clients.
Y'all, like, for real, what I've noticed is, like, every show.
You know when you have a bad show and a good show?
Yes, and you do. And so what I've also noticed is the guests from a good show are doing more good things. And so a part of me feels like that was me. That was me adding good stuff. Like, we had a good moment. We're going to continue to have good moments together. So it's an energy transfer.
Together. That's why when you invest in time, right? Mm-hmm. Like, some people might be like, example, I just went on a business trip, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, you get to go on this business trip. Da-da-da-da-da. You're going here. I'm like, no, I got to see the investment of the time that is taken out, because that's time away from my daughter. Mm-hmm. That's time away from my home that I love. Yeah. That's time away from whatever. It's not, but some people might look at it as like, oh, you're on this business trip.
Yeah, and you're like, look.
I'm like, nah, I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, right? Right? So it's just the perspective is everything on everything that you do. You know what I mean? So you can make it a good day. You can make it a bad day. You can make it a great episode. You can make it a bad episode. You can make it da-da-da. But whatever you decide to, whatever thought you decide to attach to it, that's what's true.
Okay.
So listen, every true could be a lie. You get what I mean?
No.
Every truth could be a lie, depending on your perspective.
Okay.
Right? Your bad is not my bad. We grew up totally different. We don't know. You know what I mean? Ramen noodles might be bomb to you. I might have grew up on those. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So you're like, look, I'm not.
You know, so your bad might look bad. You might have grew up in the projects. I might have grew up in this, and I'd be like, damn, it's bad when we didn't have Fruit Loops. Then we had Cheerios. You know what I mean? You
like,
might be like, damn, we didn't even have lights or milk, right? So the perspectives, it's all about perspective.
Okay.
So when it comes to truth,
it could be true for you and a lie to somebody else.
We could both see it, but we see it different.
I got you.
And that takes grace to understand. You know what I mean? In business, with these people, with your teams, with your partners, it's different for them.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking with my homegirl today, and we was talking like their zero is a different zero. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I start getting crazy when my zero is like this. That might not be your zero. It's all about your perspective from your experiences that you've been through or went through.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. I hope y'all are taking notes. Like, I hope y'all are taking notes. Y'all got all of this. So we're going to play this game that I just made up. I don't have a title for it. But
let's name it.
We're going to play a game. Right after I talk about another bossy that we have. Crystal was on like our 3rd episode, and her business is called Tropical Bath Body. And she is throwing a sip and pour. So she's going to teach you how to make natural-based candles. So with all natural ingredients, she's going to walk you through all of it. You get to take it home. Candles. You get to drink. She's having a mixologist come. So it's like, it's not just regular drinks. You finna get a full-blown entire production. It's at Pop Up and Create, which is another women-owned studio that does a lot of different businesses. So I want y'all to come. Like, if y'all are ready to do something different with your weekend. I mean, I know we've all crab-legged out. Sometimes you can make a candle. Like, there's other things that we could do. So shout out to Crystal. That is going to be information in the link in my bio. If you guys follow me at entrepreneur.ish.podcast on Instagram.
Love it.
So here's a game.
Yeah.
We are going to do hypothetical business moves.
Okay.
And I'm going to say what the move is, and you're going to let me know if that was a good move or a bad move. Okay, I love it. Right? Okay, so y'all get out, because I know, get out your notes, because I know some of y'all have done some of these moves, so I need y'all to pay attention. I picked ones that I've seen personally.
Okay.
Okay. Investing.
I love it already.
So I'm a brand new t-shirt company, and I want my brand out, and I am investing a significant portion of my money into
inventory.
Influencer campaigns. Is that a good move or a bad move?
Bomb mode.
It's a bomb move?
If you have the right influencer.
Okay, so tell me about that. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, get your t-shirt on an influencer. But, like, if I'm spending all my money on that, you're saying that's a good thing.
Yeah, so maybe, I guess we got to define all your money.
A portion. It's a big portion.
Okay, perfect. So I believe it just depends on what the end result is. You want to do something fast. You want to move it fast. I believe, like, merchandise, right? Digital products. I think it's great to use influencer pages.
Okay.
Right? Influencer pages, influencers, right? Like, I believe it's a great move if you have the right influencer. A lot of people look at beautiful girls, big booty, beautiful girls.
I mean,
right?
but they sell stuff.
And they sell stuff, but sometimes you have to look at what they're selling. So if they're an influencer that's selling sex toys, it might not be the right influencer for your t-shirt. But if your t-shirt has a mission on it and it has to be about, and it's about like maybe like an athlete winning, it might be like something like winning attitude, right? And if you put it on a guy that has a basketball camp or something like that, that influencer would make sense, and you would probably recuperate your monies back if the campaign matched. You can't just like, hey, let me call them and da-da-da-da. They got to have a campaign put together. So many people come to me like, girl, I paid this influencer to do this. Right, but what was your, what's the return? What'd you give them? Let me write the captions to tell them to post. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is. So I believe it is a good move if you do it right.
Okay.
But you need a strategy for that, so I would always consult. Yes.
Please.
Yes, and definitely use other people's money.
Always use other people's money. I learned
that from Liz. We don't ever use our money.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you so much.
Yes, use other people's money for that.
She taught me that. I was like, look.
Liz,
deposits.
Liz is
deposits have been the worst.
Liz is the queen of other people's money. We don't use our money for this. Y'all crazy.
I love that. Y'all get you a good friend. That's what Bossies are for.
Yes.
So if y'all don't know, Bossies are boss plus besties. And
I love that.
That is my hashtag, and that's something that I use all the time because I'm like, my bossies are for real. Like, they're real bosses, and they really do support, and they really do like have fun. We really do a lot of things together. So it's something that I'm pushing. Okay, so another business move that we're gonna do. I just started my business, so I'm offering very steep discounts on all of my products to attract customers. Is that a good or a bad move?
Again, I believe it depends on your business, right? Because I'm somebody, I know my girl Liz is somebody, if I see something that is $299, right, I might not travel to it. But if it's $3,000, I might be able to correlate the value that it has with it. So I don't really believe in like high discounts at the beginning of something. Like, I might do something like introductory sale to an email list that's been on a waiting list for a while, something like that.
Got you.
Yeah,
Got
I just
you.
seen
Not
a client.
Everyone.
I just seen a client. My friend, she was actually sharing me a story of one of her clients that. I think he had a $589 price point, but he built a waiting list for over 30 days, and he did $30,000 in a day.
Wow.
But that's because the waiting list was built. So I don't believe in significant, and I think his course overall is like a couple, like $3,000, but they did like a $589 introductory
sale just for these people who get on the waiting list.
And he did $30,000, but I believe like you got to be strategic with that. I said earlier in the episode, it's strategy over sales, and that's something that you need to be very strategic with, and not just like, oh, I'm opening a business, this is on sale, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna get a lot of sales today. Come in for $1. No, because you're gonna attract the people that are coming in for $1, and then when you're pitching them $30,000 packages, they're not gonna buy.
I only have $1.
Wrong client, wrong network. A lot of people pay for their network. That's what you have to understand. So if I'm going to be in a mastermind, like if you come over here in my 6-month mastermind, right? There's quality people in there, right? So it's not just about me being the teacher. It's about who you're going to meet in my mastermind, right?
Love that.
So that's why I just had a client the other day. She called me. She said, Coach, I just joined a $25,000 mastermind. Bet. There's going to be some good people we need to know in there to sell the business.
What's up?
Right? Do you get to add a friend?
Right. Add
your director of marketing. Add your director of marketing to that. You know what I'm saying? I just had a client call me yesterday. She said, Coach, don't be mad at me. I just bought a course for $9,000. I said, what? Right?
Okay.
I was like, hold on.
What you finna get out of that?
I said, but hold on. Add me to it, right? So she was able to add somebody to it because I do that part of her business, right? But she's a consumer. I said, girl, you want to come in your business and change the curtains and flowers, right? You don't need to go learn this course that you're just buying and buying and buying as an owner. You're not operating your business.
Ooh,
so
you need to give
that course to the person like myself that does your marketing, even though I have these things or whatever, but if you're going to pay the course, don't rack your mind and brain, and now you hate your business, and now you don't want to pay me what I'm owed.
Because you're not the marketing director.
Yes. So, it's really got to make sense what you're investing in your business, what you're trying to do in your business. So things like that, it's just like, you got to have a strategy. Don't just aimlessly
Don't just buy courses.
Don't just buy courses because an influencer posted it. And guess what? Other people, they're not just buying things because an influencer did it. They be like, damn, she look good in that. But they be like, damn, my body not like that. It's not going to look good on me. So you got to be very strategic when you're using the influencers, right? When you're doing these type of things, like it's so important.
Okay. We got one more.
Okay.
And this one is...
And man, one more time, use other people's money for everything.
For everything.
That
needs to be included in your strategy. And please.
Everything. Strategy over sales with other people's money.
I saw this. Do y'all watch Sleep is for Suckers? Do y'all watch that? Yeah. So that's another podcast that I watch all the time. He teaches podcasters
David.
how to make money.
I've known David for a long time.
Really? You actually know him. That's awesome. So I've been watching that, and like he recently did a post where it was like, he was questioning the person on stage.
Yeah,
and it was something that was like kind of cringy because you could tell that person hadn't thought of everything. And one thing that stuck out to me in that conversation was he was launching a business with no strategy. And I think a lot of us are like, look, so
it's strategy over sales with everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of times, like when you pay to consult with me or you pay with coaches and stuff, you pay for the strategy because you can't pay them for the work. I mean, some things are done for you, right? But a lot of people with the expectation of you're coming to me, no, you're coming for me for the strategy, babe.
Like you're getting the bones.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to do this.
Right? Yeah, and I do got some done for you services because some people, they be like, damn, coach, map out. I have a map out. That's my signature service, you guys. I've been doing this forever. Basically, I take apart your business and put it back together, right? Okay, it's so crazy. I was looking at my Voyage article from years ago. It used to be $25.
Wow.
Right?
You're like, look, it's not.
Right.
Don't look at the
price. My map outs, don't look at the price. The map outs are $289, but a lot of times, when I map out your business, right? Like I give you the play, right? But a lot of times you don't know how to run the play. See, we got resources, but we're not resourceful.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we got the resources, but we're not resourceful. So it's so important to get resourceful. You know what I mean? You got to really get out here and do your thing, not just do your thing.
Just don't float.
Don't float. You gotta run the play. You gotta take control. You got full dominion over this shit out here.
I love that.
So you gotta do it.
Yes.
You gotta do it.
I love that.
You gotta do it.
I love it. I love the hype up. Y'all, like, for real, get you a boss friend. Like, this is just what it's about. You need it because we're not alone, and trying to do this alone is too small for whatever vision you got. So always get somebody to help you, give you the strategies, give you the plays.
Yeah, it's all about the strategy.
So since we're talking about Bossies, I'm going to talk about your Bossy habit. So like I said before, it's boss plus bestie.
Yeah.
And I really look at it as if I'm a Bossy, I'm elevating other people around me. Like if we're gonna be friends, that's what it's part of. Exactly, impact. So what's your Bossy trait? Like how do you do that? Like how do you be a boss and a bestie?
Oh wow, I think I'm saying this so humble, right?
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to like my girls, I'm a lot of people's business bestie, right? Like so I'm definitely a bossy, right?
Let them know. Okay.
But and I don't play about that because I believe that if God gives me responsibility and assignment to my mentees, my students, my friends, right? I don't take that lightly.
Fulfill that for real, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't really take that lightly, right? So I'm really big on routine. I'm really big on doing exactly what you say you're gonna do, right? So like my bossy tip, right? I would say get you a routine. So can I share mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, so every morning, like I'm never gonna miss, I'm always gonna visualize exactly who I am, right?
Okay.
I'm always gonna pray.
Okay.
I'm always gonna meditate, even if you could start off with 2 minutes, even if it's 1 minute, right? I'm always gonna meditate. I'm gonna send my girls a verse. Like I always, I tap in. I subscribe to God. I always tap in the morning. I'm gonna listen to a sermon. I'm gonna spend 10 minutes on development. So whether you are learning stocks, or you might be learning podcasting, or whatever you're learning, right? Tap into your skill for at least 10 minutes. You guys, I have this wrote down everywhere. I don't just, this ain't like no fluff like, oh, I'm not the entrepreneur that's being like, hey, read a book and do all of this stuff. No, you got to really do this shit. This shit works. It works because I'm telling you, it's all about your routine. So figure out a routine that's for you. If it's hard to go to the gym and do cardio, don't make that your routine. Maybe it's yoga for 10 minutes. Maybe it's yoga for 30 minutes, right? So definitely, I just say to all the bossies out there, definitely create a routine that fits you, because when you start doing shit, like when I wake up every day and I know I work out every day, it feels good. My workout might have been trash, but if I go there, it feels good. I feel accomplished. So find one thing. I have about 8 to 10 things that I do daily, right? But find one thing and then just compound add to it. You know what I mean? You brush your teeth every day, right?
You can read a book.
Read 10 pages. Read 10 pages while you're driving in your car. That's a big one. Change your music to podcasting. Change your music to a show.
Thing,
like when you start to do that, like I said earlier in the episode, whatever entertains you trains you, right? So start to entertain yourself with stuff that feels good. When you feel good, your vibration's higher. You start to attract money, good people, things like that. And so when I just started to run my play of my life, I don't worry about a lot of shit. I don't try to figure out a lot of things. A lot of my business now, I get to spend more time thinking about it versus doing, right? And when you get to that, that's a different type of freedom. You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
So I encourage everybody to tap into authentically who exactly they are, so they don't have to work so hard trying to be who they're not, because you won't attract things like that. You won't get what you want, and you won't walk out your purpose. So
true. Oh my God.
I love this.
All right.
Yes.
Y'all, again, this is Whitney the Connect, okay? Follow her on Instagram.
Yes.
What do you have coming up? What else do you want everybody to know about you?
Yes. Okay, y'all, go follow me on Instagram, Whitney the Connect, Whitney with 2 T's. You guys, I just dropped a 6-month mentorship. You can work with your girl, y'all, for 6 months, very one-on-one, and an intimate group coaching as well. You guys, you can always work with me one-on-one. Right now, I'll be accepting new clients for the second half of the year. And listen, y'all, when I am your consultant, we are business besties, right?
It.
Like, I'm all in the business. You can ask any of my clients because I treat that business like it's mine. So that's how you can work with me. I definitely, y'all, I want to hit the podcast. I'm back in the streets, y'all. I took it off a little bit, but I was like, I got to come back and let these people know what's really good.
Because people
I see some stuff out here.
Yes.
I said, hold on, let me get off the bench. Bring me out. So I thank you. This is like, I just got back in the podcast seat. This might be like my 3rd one back in the streets. So
perfect.
I appreciate you. I appreciate your platform. You're so sweet.
Oh.
Shout out to my girl Liz for putting me on. Give me a hug.
Thank you.
I don't know if we can do this on this show. Yes. I just appreciate you.
No, I love your energy. I appreciate the gyms because that's what this show is for. It's for
that's
people
what it's about.
We're getting rid of this ish. That is why I have this show. If you are relating to this ish part, like, we're here to drop it. We're here to bring you people to get rid of this because you are an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So if you're feeling ishy about it, let's fix that. Let's watch some episodes. Let's connect with some people. Let's actually use our resources. Be resourceful, like you said.
Yeah.
And
so many people are just collecting. I think we got to get out of here, but real quick. So many people, you're just collecting. You're collecting the information. You're going to the courses. You got the classes. You got everything that you need. So, baby, just go to work. You just got to go to work. You got everything that you need. Stop gathering information and just really go to work so you can get this done. Get it done.
That's it.
I love you, babe. Thank you so much. Thank y'all.
Y'all, thank you so much for watching Entrepreneurs. We got another half of the show coming up, so stay tuned while we take a little break. We'll see you in about 5 minutes. Bye.